Welcome everybody to the newest episode of Degenerates and the Nosebleeds. It's been a long time since we've been here. Today is November 9th, Tuesday of 2021. I am, of course, joined with the only Marshall Bears. How's it going, buddy?
Solid. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. How was your weekend, man?
Lots and lots of sports, but pretty fantastic since the Purdue Spoilermakers beat Michigan State.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to say the team. I was going to say that name. But, hey, huge win. God. Now that I want to... Hey, we're going to talk about that now that we're talking about it.
Oh, pivot? Okay.
Big pivot. Because we were definitely going to start the show off with NFL. But now that we're talking about these Purdue Boilermakers, beat Michigan State. That's their second top 5 team that they beat this season. Do they have number 3 in store this Saturday against Ohio State, Marshall?
That would be wild. I hate to inform my fellow fans, but I don't think they can pull off 3 in a season.
No.
It's a bit much, especially since they're at Columbus.
Oh yeah, Ohio State's gonna dog walk them.
If they were at home, if Purdue was at home, I'd be bold and call it. But since they're at Ohio State, I don't see it happening.
Yeah. Also, hey, I've been thinking about this. It's hit my mind as I was watching the end of that game when they were about to win. Do you think is there any chance that LSU picks up the call and calls Jeff Brom and tries to fill them next season and has Jeff Brom as the new head coach there?
No, because Brom's making a buttload of money in Purdue.
I mean,
the only way it happens is if they buy him out of his contract.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
I see. I don't know, man.
No, LSU's probably just going to pick up some assistant from a top football program somewhere.
Yeah, probably somewhere like...
Urban Meyer? No, I think Meyer's finally in Jacksonville.
Yeah, hey, they beat Buffalo this weekend. That's just one thing that just baffles my mind. Josh Allen, yeah.
Josh Allen, great game. Josh Allen, not a good game.
Well, the real Josh Allen, stand up, please. I think it's just... that's just one thing that baffles me is you guys lost to Jacksonville. Not only lost, they didn't score a touchdown. They didn't score a touchdown.
It's rough.
That's bad, man. That's a bad stain. I don't think I can say that they're for real anymore, honestly. I think, that's just going to stain their resume for the rest of the season, is that they lost to Jacksonville.
It can stain them, but it can also be a wake-up call. So it depends how they respond this next week. If they're spotty again for 2 weeks another week in a row, it's just what's the case. They're not real.
Right.
We'll see, though. Hopefully, I don't know. Josh Allen, when he's clicking, is really fun to watch. But...
Oh, absolutely. That offense itself, when it's clicking, it's fun to watch. You like Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, Stephon Diggs. They're all huge playmakers. Even Dawson Knox, their tight end, who I'm sure he's still probably out because of his broken hand. But hopefully when they get him back, they'll start gelling again here too as well.
Maybe we'll see how it, shakes out this week.
How about the Browns, Marshall? Huge win on Sunday.
The Browns?
The Browns.
Good. They're pretty good.
That was a huge win.
Not a controversial statement, really, but I feel like myself, my brother, and my dad have been saying it all year to each other. They play better when Odell's not around.
That's exactly why I placed that bet on the Browns to win on Sunday, because I knew as soon as Odell got cut on Friday, I put that bet in. I was like, okay, Cleveland's winning. Doesn't even matter how many points you're going to give me. Give me the money line.
No,
it's going to hit.
They're going to show up.
It's weird. You would think that having such a huge playmaker and great playmaker like Odell on that offense would make it a lot more electrifying, but it's just... And that's a thing, there's there's no one really to blame. Like, people are I see Browns Twitter blaming Odell, and then they're blaming Baker. Some of them, 50-50, whatever. But there's sometimes just a quarterback and a wide receiver aren't going to click. It doesn't matter of how high your stature is. It's just not going to gel,
They don't click, and let's be frank. Odell doesn't get the ball like once every like drive,
Mm-hmm.
starts to complain.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
you got to realize, hey man, you're not gonna get thrown the ball every play like you want.
Yeah.
There's just some of that, and Baker's not a quiet guy either. So I guarantee there's at some point in time Baker has snapped right back at him.
Oh, absolutely. There's videos.
So none of it is as a surprise at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Bro,
the Browns, Wyatt Teller gets extended today, 4-year, $56.8 million throughout 2025. He had a huge block. You know, I love watching offensive linemen play and everything because I love just watching them block and shit.
it's a massive contract for like a guard too.
It's
We're
great.
not talking tackles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, guard. That is huge, yeah. And that's just the way that one pancake or that one block he had for that big Nick Chubb run this Sunday was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What a
No one's better.
What a block.
No one's better than Quentin Nelson, though. No.
Oh, well, obviously. I mean, that dude's gonna. I mean, it's kind of scares me as a Colts fan to see Wyatt Teller get that much as a guard, because Quentin Nelson,
He's gonna get a lot.
you know, Quentin Nelson's looking and going, "Hey, man, I need like double that."
And you can see why.
Oh, absolutely. Quentin Nelson is a beast, and he deserves every penny he's gonna get.
Oh yeah, I remember people criticizing that pick. It's like it's too high up to be taking that offensive line. It's like no, he's actually a good choice.
Oh, absolutely. It was probably and we traded down that draft too.
Hey, Pittman's doing a little better this year. He's starting to
show up, man. He's starting to be good. I love how the team's looking. I think they're a very sneaky team now. They're getting hot right where they need to. We've got Jacksonville this Sunday, which is another shitter. We just need to get these.
I feel like that's a team that's better than what their record shows.
Absolutely.
But there's also a team on the other side of the ball where I think their record is better than what they are, and that's the Steelers.
I don't. That
know.
game last night was such bull crap, man. It was ref ball just on both sides of the ball. You know, it was just terrible. Tony Correnti is hip checking players on the way. What pissed me off the most about Correnti, what he did, the hip check, you know, is way out of line, obviously, because if a player does that to a ref, they're suspended and they're kicked out. What really pissed me off the most, though, is when he threw the flag and he, like, posed and left his arm up in the air like he just hit a game-winning three-pointer. Like, he was like he just changed the game. And it's just so...
You know what? You know how funny it'd be if refs started celebrating like players after a good call?
He did!
Like, but imagine like they come back after replay and it's like they got their call correctly and they just start celebrating.
They get LeBron James chalk before games and they fucking toss it up in the air.
It would be hilarious, but so hated by so many people.
Oh, so many people. It's just, and this the taunting call. They need to get rid of that. I mean, as soon as that was announced that they were going to do taunting as like a big emphasis this year, I knew for sure that this is probably going to be a 1-year thing because this thing is not going to last. The NFL is under such hot water because of this.
How much trash talk occurs during an NFL or any football game? It is insane.
It's amazing. I love it. They need more of that. What's so wrong about a player showing emotion?
Especially the offensive line and the defensive line.
Exactly.
I don't feel like people talk about it enough because it's always receivers and cornerbacks because they're the loudmouths in conferences. But if you offensive linemen and defensive linemen truly hate each other.
Yes. Yes, because they both know that they control the game. Your offensive line and defensive line are your top two positions that you need to worry about in NFL. Everything else, of course, you know, people, you know, quarterbacks, wide receivers, and all that. But to me, it's offensive line and defensive line. Those are your two most important things on the field. Look at Patty Mahomes. He didn't have an offensive line in the Super Bowl and then completely was just gone. You know, they didn't even score a touchdown that game.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs barely beat Jordan Love.
They won by 6 points, man. 6 points.
At Kansas City. And Jordan Love looked horrendous.
He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Not on the stat sheet. On the stat sheet, he did. But, you know, in real time, you know, no, he didn't. You know, Mahomes showed up when he needed to.
They drafted Jordan Love in the first round.
Dude, there
That
was
man
rumors
looked
he was
like
going
an
to the Colts.
undrafted quarterback.
Oh yeah, man.
I've seen the backup for the Lions and David Blau perform better.
He did. David Blau did perform better, and that was against. I would argue that was against a better defense. Like that Bears defense is good. And that was what 2 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago or a year ago.
Regardless, it's just I'm surprised how bad Jordan Love was and how bad Mahomes was on top of that.
Oh yeah, it was an ugly game to watch. It was
the State Farm money's getting to him, man.
His family's getting to him. He needs to take a page out of his State Farm brother and start cutting family members off.
We'll see what Mahomes does. Mahomes needs to do something, and he knows it too.
He does.
I feel like he just didn't probably put in the work in the offseason because he's like, I've already won the MVP.
Yeah.
I've already got my big contract.
Right.
I've already won the Super Bowl. What do I have to work for now?
He's worth $500 million. His contract's $500 million.
Pretty nice.
I mean, those are great points. I need him back. I need the excitement of Patrick Mahomes. I hate that dude, and he's cost me a lot of money, but it's exciting to watch him play. I will say that. And right now, the funk he's in.
There's several guys in the league like that. It's like Mahomes when he's clicking, Lamar Jackson when he's clicking, Kyler Murray when they're clicking. Like those type of quarterbacks when they are truly firing at all cylinders are just flat out fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just something else. And I gotta shout him out. It's sad he's injured now, but I love watching Derrick Henry too.
Yeah, I do too.
But hey, Adrian Peterson scored a touchdown, baby.
Let's go, baby. Adrian Peterson's back.
You see all the Mariota jerseys changed to Peterson.
I saw that. I thought that would happen as soon as I saw him wearing number 8. I was like, oh no. This isn't going to end well.
Mariota didn't really work out.
No, he didn't. He wasn't really given a fair shot, though, either,
Still, though, he was given a lot of time.
He was, actually, yeah. Well, how long was he in Tennessee? He was 3 or 4 years there, wasn't he?
Yeah, nothing ever turned out. It's kind of tough.
He started that year when they got Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was the backup.
Yeah, well, at least they're smart enough to go, hey, this isn't working.
Yeah, mid-season they did that, and then they ended up making the playoffs. They beat the Ravens. They beat the Patriots first, and they beat the Ravens, and then they get to the AFC title game, have a lead on the Chiefs, and then choke it away.
Back when Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes. Now he's just Patty Mahomes.
Who is also, by the way, just to throw this out there, he is the luckiest quarterback to come into the league, is he not?
He's got a great team around him. He's got
a great coach. He has one of the best offensive-minded coaches. He's got Tyreek Hill. He's got Travis Kelce. He had a great offensive line, and now that offensive line is now depleted, and it's a new unit. Don't get me wrong, but hopefully they start clicking here soon, and that way Patrick Mahomes can have some time to throw and set everything up. But that offensive line's now gone, and now it's starting to show that Mahomes is, maybe he is human after all.
Who also is lucky, though? Kyler Murray, where he got drafted.
Oh, absolutely.
You got all those weapons and stuff. I mean, come on. You could have been Zach Wilson going to the Jets, or Trevor Lawrence to the Jaguars.
They were saying,
you know how happy Mac Jones must have been to be like, I'll take the Patriots over the Jaguars and Jets.
Yeah, absolutely. Mac Jones was probably like, okay, you know what? I'll slide to 15th in the first round if it means I get to play with Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I don't want to go play for Urban Meyer.
Or Kyle Shanahan.
No, it's just
he might not be a good coach.
I don't know. Those teams right now are just chaotic. The 49ers don't know what they're doing.
They're always hurt, man. They're always hurt. And now, I don't know, man. They're not really hurt this year, are they? It's basically the same team that they took to the Super Bowl.
I just feel like it's never a good idea to say, hey, one guy's their quarterback, but we drafted a quarterback.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
It never truly works out with higher end guys. Like Garoppolo's above average, kinda.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? If
Right.
it's a low end quarterback, like you're gonna let Flacco play over Lamar Jackson a little bit to start to let Jackson catch his footing, I'm okay with it. But I don't know. It's a mess.
A huge one.
Oh, can I just say this really quickly?
Go ahead.
You know how much the Dolphins got to be hating themselves that they took Tua over Herbert? The amount of self-hatred.
Oh man, and it's just the best part is, I think I've said this before, is the Chargers GM Tom Telesco. What he said, he literally said he would be okay with any quarterback. You know,
Yeah,
he said you know,
low.
if Herbert falls to us, cool, and that's what happened. But he said even if if the Dolphins took Herbert instead of Tua, they would have been like, all right, we're cool with Tua. And it's not, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to see if it would have been a little bit different, you know, if Herbert would be actually good in Miami or if Tua was good in LA.
I think regardless, Herbert would have been better.
I think so too. I coming into that draft, I thought Herbert was a lot better quarterback prospect than Tua.
Yeah, people just bashed him because the record wasn't. They didn't look as great at Oregon that year. You know, Oregon kind of flopped a couple games, but
right.
If you look back on it, it wasn't all on him. You know.
Exactly.
It's one of those things, but it's tough evaluating quarterbacks. It just truly is.
Absolutely. You can't really. Yeah, that's one thing is like people like to look at is the record. You can't really look at that. You got to look at more of their tangibles and everything. Like if they can actually develop into a good quarterback and later down the road. You know.
You also got to look about who they put in their numbers up against.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, small school quarterbacks are a big gamble.
Oh, huge.
I feel like. Yeah, you got to see how they're performing against
Trey Lance, Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know what you're gonna get.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Let's kind of shift on over to college football. We had a kind of a crazy Saturday. I think we already talked about Purdue, everything like that. But how about the rest of the slate right now? Let's just give the top 10. Me and Marshall are going to kind of just go and figure out which top 10 that we have in the college football playoff since that comes out later tonight. Starting off, we already know who number 1 and probably number 2 are, and that's Georgia and Alabama. That's not changing. But what about 3?
No.
Who's at 3 now?
This is where I get into a huge struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. Okay, what I think is gonna be number 3 is probably they're gonna give number 3 to Oregon most likely.
I feel like they should.
And then I think Cincinnati's gonna come in at 4.
Still have Ohio State at 5.
Yeah, I still got Ohio State at 5. They looked pretty rocky against Nebraska last week.
Well, it wasn't in Nebraska. I believe it was.
It was.
And that is a tough place to play.
I gotta say it. Purdue beat Nebraska by more at Nebraska.
Oh, okay,
all I gotta say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, by that logic, I'm putting money on Purdue to win this week.
Don't. At Nebraska and Columbus are two different things. But no, I got Ohio State at 5. I think then
So
Ohio State's
6.
still got a
Michigan
6. I think I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
Screw
that.
Oklahoma.
That's a jump. Notre Dame was out as number 10 last when the first football playoff came up. So that would be a huge jump for the Fighting Irish.
I know, but the one loss is to Cincinnati, and
yeah, especially
I really don't. Yeah, and I think that just keeps Oklahoma like at 7, like bumping them up. What are they? Were they at like 8 and now at 7?
At 8. Yeah, Michigan was at 7.
Yeah, so I think 7's now going to be Oklahoma.
Yeah. So you got 6 Notre Dame, 7 Oklahoma. Who's 8?
Still think it's Michigan State. Michigan State. It's still the one loss is not great, but it's not.
What about the Wolverines?
I was gonna go Wolverines 9 because I'm gonna award the head-to-head matchup win.
Michigan State over them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna award the fact that Michigan State beat Michigan and keep them higher than Michigan.
So you got Michigan at 9, and then number 10.
I'm gonna go my first 2-loss team in Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Okay.
I think Texas A&M's slightly better than like arguably Oklahoma State, who I guess you could make your other argument against.
Yeah, and they were behind. Obviously Wake Forest lost, so they're not going to be up there anymore. They were behind Oklahoma State, Notre Dame, Baylor, and Auburn altogether in the first playoff that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see. Yeah, I could definitely see Texas A&M getting that jump to 10, just because. Yeah, I feel like their strength of
Auburn
schedule
last
and
week
that
pretty
win.
solidly.
Yeah, they beat Auburn, and that win against Alabama is also a huge strength to their schedule. They're not going to be a playoff team, obviously, but getting to 10.
No.
Yeah, I see that.
They might work their way into a New Year's Bowl.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. You say hopefully. That means the SEC is going to be loaded at the top again.
Oh, I just can't wait till a bunch of SEC schools play Big Ten schools in the college football and the bowl games, and then SEC just kills all of them. Don't get me wrong, man. I love the Big Ten. You know,
you know what's going to happen?
Yeah. It's just we're overrated. We're always overrated.
We're always overrated, and you know it's bad when Oregon beats Ohio State at Ohio State.
Yeah.
And it really shows how bad it is, because I usually say the Pac-12 is overrated.
Oh, absolutely. Me too.
So it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
All season's going to be tough to watch, I have a feeling.
Right. What's up?
I don't know, man.
Heisman. Who's up for Heisman? You think it's still Matt Corral? Because he was a favorite. He was a favorite like a couple weeks ago.
People are saying Corral. Kenneth Walker's kind of disappeared now. I still hear Bryce Young's name mentioned on the rare occasion. It's just this year, it's not a definitive. He's the Heisman. You know what I mean?
Like last year with Devontae.
Yeah, like last year it was like, oh yeah, it's clearly Smith, and if you're not gonna give it to Smith, it's clearly Jones.
Right. That was kind of a shoot. I mean, the year before that too. That was Burrow. So yeah.
Oh, Burrow's one of the most easiest Heisman picks of all time.
Oh, absolutely. That season he put together is still magical. I mean, I
know. Yeah, it was still impressive to watch Jones go out and beat some of the records the following year, but the difference is Burrow is just ridiculous, man. I'm sorry. Anyone who didn't think Burrow was gonna win was like a Clemson fan. Like.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Man, that was so unfair. I know they announced they announced where the national title game is going to be at every year before.
Uh-huh.
It was so unfair to have that in Louisiana, that title game against Clemson. They were screaming, "Fuck you, Trevor," when Trevor Lawrence entered the building.
I know, but dude. Who on earth at the beginning of the year, besides Louisiana State fans, thought that they were going to make it to the final? Very few. Very, very few.
I thought
they were going to be competitive because I liked Burrow the prior year, but I did not expect Burrow to be SEC record breaker Burrow.
No. And that's a... Oh, man, I lost my train of thought.
It happens to the best of us.
Something about Joe Burrow. I had them winning the national title game after they beat Alabama. That's when I knew. I was like, okay, this team's going the whole way.
I had them winning the national title before they beat Alabama because I thought they were going to beat Alabama. I
thought so too, but I just, you never know.
You never know. No, you don't. Because they had to go to the impressive thing is they went into Alabama and beat Alabama.
Right. Which is huge.
And Alabama kind of struggled this weekend against LSU, which is tough because Ed O is no longer going to be the head coach after this year.
Right. I'm about to put my application in, Let me go be head coach of LSU after this year.
Yeah. Dude, I read an article between head men's and basketball and football coaches. There's about $533 billion across all NCAA Division I due to coaches that are fired.
Jeez. That's a lot. Hey, I used still playing Archie, so.
It might be for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's just be blunt. Very good fire.
Hey man, oh god, amazing fire. It was. I think IU
Woodson's a good replacement too.
in chance when he got fired.
Woodson's a good replacement too.
Absolutely.
Because let's be frank, Miller came in with the exact same flaws Crean had.
Oh yeah.
Not understanding how defense worked, and
not knowing how to develop a team.
Not knowing how to develop a team and players, and just recruiting the rankings over actually like building a team.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Woodson's gonna do a good job there. I hate to say it, but I think he'll do a good job.
I got a bet running tonight, man. It was an odds boost on a certain platform. IU and Purdue to win by 15 plus, both to win tonight.
Who does IU play tonight? Because I didn't pay attention to that.
Beats me, man. I think it's like Eastern.
Exactly, beginning season. Oh, I remember that several years ago. Remember when you guys were ranked in the top 25 and you lost to Eastern Washington at home?
No, Eastern Michigan.
That was beautiful.
I remember that too. That's why I said Eastern Washington. But yeah, it was Eastern Michigan. That's who IU plays.
Okay, yeah.
The Eagles. Who's Purdue play? I don't know who Purdue plays.
Never mind.
Who?
Never mind. It's team and what's
rapper.
It called? Okay. They're not very good. Let's just put it that way.
Doesn't seem like it. So Purdue winning by 15 is pretty much a lock tonight, huh?
It should be.
I want to know what's the spreads on both those games now that I'm,
the Purdue spread's 24.
Oh lordy.
What?
That's a huge spread.
Oh yeah.
But against a mine, I'm probably still saying that wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
Bellarmine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 23.5.
Something else. But the good games tonight are Kansas, Michigan State, and Duke. Kentucky as always.
That's a great one. I also got a bet on that. I got Kentucky money line tonight. I think they pull it off against Duke.
Oh, no. No. Don't do that, Lawrence.
No.
Lawrence, they were down at halftime in their expedition game to
who? Kentucky?
The D2 school.
Oh,
yes.
No. Oh, no.
In their scrimmage game.
See, this is why I can't make college basketball bets without talking to you first.
I heard they sucked massively in their scrimmage game. Now, I don't know how good Duke is, but when it's
a ploy.
We'll see how it happens. But I might be bold here when I say this, but I feel like the Michigan State-Kansas game is going to be really close, despite Michigan State not being ranked.
All right, yeah. And how that's the bet I have on that game. I got Kansas -2 first half spread.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's a good bet.
And then I got a parlay, multi-sport parlay. I got Kentucky over Duke. That's in there as well, yeah. And then I got the Clippers to beat the Trailblazers tonight, money line. And then I'm taking the Boston Bruins -1.5 against the Ottawa Senators. The Ottawa Senators are absolutely terrible, and if the Blackhawks get the first win against Ottawa, they're pretty bad. So
that's your most obvious bet, Lawrence. You'll make on that one. Now that I say it, they won't, but I'm pretty confident. You're in the clear on that one.
Yeah, I think so too, buddy. Bruins -1.5 is a lock. Oh,
yeah, something else.
Blackhawks actually play the Penguins tonight.
I saw they fired their coach.
They needed to. I mean, they started 9-2 to start the season. I
know. It's just one of the earliest I've seen someone fired.
Yeah. Also,
yeah,
it
is this complete clean house there.
Oh yeah, that needs to be, and it has been now. They fired literally all the coaches that were with Colleton as well.
Good call.
And that's
good call.
Yeah, and the GM's gone for reasons that deserving so that he needs to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to really bring that up.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
Like, I don't know. It makes me feel dirty as a fan. It's like,
yeah.
Because that was like one of my happiest moments growing up as a kid was watching that 2010 Cup run and watching, finally them winning a cup and me going bananas as a little, 12-year-old kid. And just now looking back on it, it's like it makes me feel sick just thinking about what was going
It
on.
is pretty unfortunate. It is.
Yeah.
Topic pivot.
Yeah,
Pivot.
absolutely.
Matt Wolf choked again.
Who did?
Matt Wolf choked again.
Oh, come on, man.
He choked again. I'm sorry.
He was in the lead.
I know.
For everyone who doesn't know, we are obsessed with this golfer named Matt Wolf.
You are. I find it funny.
No, we are. We are obsessed with Matthew Wolf. I'm looking at Matthew Wolf right now. He's actually. Hold on. Let me do some math here. He's the 6th favorite odds to win the Houston Open this weekend.
I understand, but you might say his favorite golfer. Big Tony Finau guy here.
I was about to say, you know who's 5th? Who has the 5th best odds? Tony Finau.
Let's go.
It goes Scotty Scheffler's number 1. Then it goes Sam Burns, Cameron Smith. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this. Sung Jae.
Let me hear it. No, you did good.
Tony Finau and then Matthew Wolf are the top 6.
It's pretty good overall. Bold statement. Matthew Wolf will be on top through Friday.
Yeah, let me
choke it on Saturday and Sunday.
What are the odds Matt Wolf finished in top 10?
I don't know if they give those odds.
Plus 390.
It's not bad, but the thing is, once he played good 2 weeks in a row in golf, you always just assume someone's going to drop off.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't keep it up for very long in golf.
Yeah, the best
I don't
odds
know.
to finish in the top 10 is Sam Burns at plus 170.
Really? I thought it'd be Cameron Smith. Interesting.
He's 3rd at plus 270.
Oh well, you never know though.
Finau has the same
We're
odds
big
as
Tony Finau podcast.
Big Finau podcast. Finau's got the same odds as Matt Wolf actually to finish in the top 10.
I'm not surprised by that, considering Finau's not doing all that great to start, and Wolf's hot.
Yes, he is, because he's one of the best golfers in the whole tour and on the whole tour.
We'll see if he can get that W.
He's gonna. Wow,
He's gonna, or he could
bet on people maybe missing the cut.
You can.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like that's a safe way to go for the most part.
Best odds to make the cut is Sung Jae Im. He's at minus 550. So,
that makes sense.
And to miss the cut is Sam Ryder at minus 144.
I have no idea who that is.
Me either. That's probably why you're just gonna miss the cut.
That's probably why.
My second favorite golfer, Taylor Gooch, is minus 370.
I should have known that your second favorite golfer. I should have known that would be your second favorite golfer.
It goes Matt Wolf and then Taylor Gooch, and there's not. It's a close top 1 and 2. You know.
Oh yeah, Gooch is a heck of a player.
Finau, of course, is number 3, and then Thomas would probably be number 4 because he won me money one time.
Yeah. Don't mess with Gooch.
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm putting a bet on Wolf to win the Houston Open at plus
No.
2,900, and I'm also gonna put a little money on what is my boy Gooch at?
Don't do it.
I can't even find Gooch to win this thing, man.
He might not be playing. Who knows?
I mean, he's there to make the cut. Why is his odds so high to make the cut, but like not win?
He doesn't.
Oh, there he is. He's actually got better odds than. No, he doesn't. It's just 100 difference. He's at plus 3,000 to win.
Jeez. Yeah, I wouldn't put him on it to win.
Hold up.
Make the cut. I definitely do make the cut with him, but
I'm looking at all these golfers' names, and they're amazing. There's
beautiful.
I think it's Seamus, but there's no H. It's Seamus, and his last name's Power.
That's still pronounced Seamus.
Yeah, Seamus Power.
Great name.
Cameron Trinagel. Or Tringo.
Yeah.
Tringo.
Tringali, I think. I'm not positive, but I'm...
All right, enough about these golfers' names. Let's pivot into something else. What else do you want to talk about, Marshall? Is there any other topic?
I just say maybe I can't think of anything. Maybe in the
how
future.
about how about me being a complete genius and picking Jorge Soler to win the World Series MVP and it actually paying off?
Oh, that was pretty smart.
I'm
Pretty
kicking
well.
myself. I am kicking myself for not actually putting money on that.
Oh, because you called it.
I did. I had a feeling, and it was there, and I should have followed it up with it, and we would have made some pretty nice cash too. I think, because I think he probably would have been a long odds to win it.
It's okay. You'll make it on Gooch.
That's right. We're making it back on Wolf and Gooch, baby.
You're making money on Gooch.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of baseball, we're in the off season now, man. What team do you think is going to make the biggest splash in the offseason this year?
I have no idea, but I know Marcus Simeon's about to get the bag.
What about Correa? Correa's going to get the bag.
Yeah, but it's not as exciting since I don't like him.
Hey, that's a future Chicago Cub right there, baby.
Oh, okay. The only way he's signing to Chicago is if he's getting paid more money than anywhere else.
No, I really hope there's one player, and I think you already know who I'm going to think of, or who I'm going to say. Huh?
Trevor Story.
No, I'm off that bandwagon, actually. I kind of want to see this infield grow with Horner and Madrigal at short and second.
All right, so let me
Even though it is rumored that the Cubs are on, they're looking for a shortstop this offseason.
Yeah.
I need Castellanos back on this team.
Ooh.
Give me Castellanos back.
Yeah. Bold statement, though. No, he's not gonna put up the same numbers he did this year.
Probably not, because he's gonna get the big paycheck, and usually when those players get big paychecks, it takes maybe about 1 or 2 seasons to actually start.
He's older too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's gonna get a big paycheck from someone,
yeah.
but I would not be willing to give him the big paycheck, honestly.
If you had to pick one team right now, who do you think he signs to?
I don't know, but my brain instantly thought it'd be funny if he signed to the Pirates. Because the Pirates would never sign him.
No.
No,
they hate that man.
I have no idea. I have no idea where he'd sign.
Where do you think Simeon's gonna show up? As Yankees fans listening to this podcast are probably all going, hey, he's gonna go to the Yankees. All these players. Correa, Castellanos, and Story, and even throw Simeon in there as well.
I want Castellanos to go to the Yankees and then just suck, even though I like Castellanos as a person.
There is no need for the Yankees to sign Nick Castellanos.
There's no need for the Yankees to do a lot of the things
you know what? They could put him at DH.
They could. I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Even though it doesn't make sense because the DH is coming to the National League.
It might come around. If it does,
it needs to.
It's going to boost his stock a little bit. Because, let's be honest, he's pretty bad at defense.
Yes, he is.
Not the greatest.
No. Can hit the ball. Just can't play defense.
No.
All right. Correa, what about him? Where do you think he goes?
See, I don't know who has a buttload of money free in the offseason. That's the tough part.
Well, you really just got to find the big market teams. Usually they're going to make the big splashes.
Most likely, disappointingly.
You know what would be cool? No, it wouldn't work. It doesn't make sense. Just because of never mind. I was gonna say maybe the Blue Jays getting Correa would be kind of cool, but I don't know where do you put
Bichette?
Do you put Bichette at second? Yeah, or I don't know. Or do you put Correa at third? Who's third? Well,
Bichette at third.
I'm blind. Yeah, Bichette at third. Correa at short. You still got to fill that need at second.
Yeah, because if you get Correa, that means you're not getting Simeon.
No.
I don't know. We'll see how the offseason shakes up. I just know it takes forever in baseball.
Oh, it's terrible, man. They need to come up.
It's the worst offseason. It's the worst offseason.
It's the worst offseason. But I don't know.
They need to fix it.
They need to fix it. Worst offseason, best trade deadline. I'll say that.
Yep, agree. NBA, they need the NBA offseason where it's within the first 2 weeks, everyone signed.
Same with the NFL. NFL, NBA, they got it right, man. It's a 2-week period, and usually everyone signs just on day one, As soon as the free agency opens and there's no more freeze period, same with the NHL. I know that because I had to cover it last season, last trade deadline, and last offseason too. It was the offseason. That's what we're talking about. I had to cover that, and it was frantic. That day one, there was a lot of signings.
I love it. It's interesting. It's fascinating. You're all for it, but.
Oh yeah, and the best part too, I mockingly tweeted because the freeze happened and 11 minutes came by and nothing happened, and I tweeted out saying, "Hey, come on guys, let's do something." And the next thing I know, the next 8 hours, there was a constant notification on my phone about someone getting signed somewhere.
Didn't I see an NHL Eichel or whatever?
Eichel, yeah, Vegas now, baby.
Yeah, I heard the return was horrendous.
It was. Alex Tuch, I can't think of the other people. And then a first round pick and a third round pick.
I just heard it was shockingly bad.
It was bad. Oh, and they also gave up a third too with Eichel, I believe.
Okay, but I don't know, man. It's just certain organizations know how to lose.
Eichel's price was way down. Don't get me wrong, Eichel's a huge player. It's a move that you're not gonna see this season because now he's on the long term IR.
Yeah,
so,
I know that plays a big factor into it, but
he'll be back for the playoffs.
Yeah,
hey, you know all about that LTIR, baby. You know how to.
hey, it's called strategizing.
It's true. I mean, the Hawks did against the Tampa Bay Lightning in 15, so it's all fair game,
Oh man, this man's been injured all year. Can we get some money? Freeze cap space? Oh, okay. By the way, that guy's coming back for the first playoff game.
Oh, yeah. It's very weird. They're like, oh, yeah, first playoff game, playoffs are here. Hey, you're good to go now, right? Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah. It's not a schmuck either. Kucherov's
right. Kucherov definitely helped a lot.
Just a little.
Yeah. Tampa. Does Tampa play tonight?
I don't know. I've just been so focused on college basketball.
Let's do a quick pick-em of these NHL games we got tonight, huh?
All right.
We got a lot. Well, we know this.
Wrap up with a quick pick-em.
We'll wrap it up with a quick pick-em about some of the sports tonight that we got because we'll do NHL and NBA because there's not a lot of NBA games. Okay. Senators, Bruins.
Bruins.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Kings and Canadians.
You have to be bold in one of these tonight, so
I know.
I'm going to be bold here.
You're going to take the Kings?
No, I'm going to take the Canadians.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, I'm taking Montreal as well.
I was saying one of them, you got to pick the upset. You know what I mean?
Actually, yep, 7 o'clock is when it's going down, buddy. Carolina Hurricanes versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's a game.
It's a game and a half.
It's at Tampa.
Then I'm going Tampa. If it was at Carolina, I'd go Carolina.
I'll split with you here. I'm going Carolina.
I don't blame you. I can't argue against it.
Florida Panthers versus the New Jersey Devils. I'm going Panthers.
Devils. Yeah,
this one's also a next one. Edmonton against Detroit.
Oilers.
Yep. St. Louis Blues against the Winnipeg Jets.
Where's it at? I need to know where it's at.
That's at Winnipeg. I'm probably going to go Winnipeg as well.
I'm going to go Winnipeg because it's at Winnipeg then.
Pittsburgh against Chicago at Chicago.
Pittsburgh.
I'm going Blackhawks, baby. Let's go.
Good luck.
San Jose Sharks against the Calgary Flames.
Going Flames.
Yeah, me too. That's an easy one. Ducks and Canucks.
Canucks.
I'm going Ducks, baby, on the upset.
Okay.
Now this is interesting. There's got to be something I don't know about this game tonight. We got the Vegas Golden Knights against the Seattle Kraken, and it's basically a pick 'em. They got the Knights at -115, and they got the Kraken at -104.
Golden Knights win it.
I'm splitting with you there too, buddy. Let's go Kraken.
Okay, let's go Kraken.
All right, now let's go NBA. There's 3 games. Bucks, Sixers.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
Yeah, with Embiid being out on COVID and everything, I'm going Bucks as well.
Yeah.
Hawks, Jazz. That's at Utah.
Then Utah. I was gonna ask where it was at, but yeah, Utah then.
And then Blazers at the Clippers. Blazers, also, I would like to put this out here. Blazers are 0-4 on the road this season.
Okay, thank you. Clippers.
I'm going to go Clippers as well because I have that in a play, too. All right, that's going to wrap up the show. Marshall, any closing thoughts?
We're sorry we didn't talk about NCAA women's basketball starting.
That's my closing thought there too. Sorry that we didn't get to you guys. Maybe next time in next show.
Next week.
All right, that's gonna conclude the episode. Everyone have a great night. Have a great weekend. We will see you guys soon.